Noli,
Nobody fucking with me.
we finna make this shit happen.
Doing it 'cause they can't do it.
Played the front in the morning, hit the back when the sun fell. Hiding transactions from the neighbors so they don't tell. Regardless what we spread, this bitch won't hide the dope smell. Niggas get popped, sent to jail as hell, dope tails. How the fuck you still on the bricks with open dope sales? If they ain't did it already, believe they gon' tell. Outsmart the rookies, so the sergeants on our coat.
Yo, what's poppin', man? What's to it? Y'all already know how the squad do it. You gotta stay moving to get through it. I hope everybody is blessed and stress-free. And if you ain't, start knowing you can so you can stop thinking you can't. With that being said, let's jump to this content. It's come to my attention that finally, I guess, Math Hoffa decided to stand on what he was talking about in reference to Tsu Surf, his paperwork, you know, the snitching and everything else, right? In which case, exactly what I said in prior videos, I always brought up the fact of how he was finna get out of the whole Michigan thing. Like, you still had a Michigan case, right? So in which case you would have had to plead to that case while you were down for this one. So this would be 4 convictions, right? Because he had the 2 convictions state, and then he just took this federally one. But then he had to take, you know, accountability for the one he was on the run for. So now we're at 4. This is 4 convictions, right? And this is a person who is set to come home. And what are y'all expecting? What are y'all really expecting from a person who was coming home on federal parole with 4 gun convictions? What are y'all expecting of him? Huh? He's finna come back into battle rap and do what? Do what? Because at no point in time is he exempt from the snitch allegations. Nobody cares whether you feel they're accurate or not, or nobody cares whether you feel they're valid or not. Like, those allegations are going to be those allegations. So at the end of the day, it's like, what are y'all expecting him to do? He's gonna come home and do what? And then who is he gonna battle? Because he has to battle somebody, you know, top level. And they're just supposed to let him waltz right back into battle rap and not bring up the snitch allegations. They're not supposed to run with that narrative. They're not supposed to make this sound as creative as they make everything else sound. I mean, that's honestly what we're trying to say. Like, this man is just supposed to come in and he is the be all end all of battle rap. It's like, oh well, you know, he's gonna get a pass because he's what? No. But then, right, what does he get to rap about? What does he get to rap about? We don't care. We don't care. I keep on telling y'all, I don't believe all that, how he was shot. That shit's not, it's questionable. When you go back and you look at just interviews and like, everything about him is questionable. And he made the rule, but I mean, hey, you are a creative player, sir. And that's just the reality of it. And now this is this. So, I mean, what do y'all expecting him to do? Is he supposed to come home, start gang banging, throwing the seeds back, doing all? Is he? That's what I mean. What is he supposed to come home and do? Jump back in the field? No. He has to come out now. He has to just go straight to making music. He has to study. He has to worry straight about making music, because where's his money coming from? Where is he gonna get money? Are y'all gonna say he can come battle rap? Well, look, check this out. This is what we gonna do, right? This is what we finna do here. We are about to waltz into a conversation. Now, these are deleted scenes from a conversation with Math Hoffa and T-Rex. Let's jump into it and see what we got going on here.
seen the paperwork?
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen some of it. I don't know if I seen the real one or if I seen something. You know.
You saw something.
I saw something.
I seen the real paperwork.
Right.
All right. I had Tommy Walker on the show. Tommy Walker spent about 30 years in prison. Learned the law. Started helping other people get out of the joint and all of that. We had a long conversation about paperwork, all the shit, this, that, and the third. Blah, blah, blah. So after talking with him, I went back and I looked and I was like, okay, I know what this is. When you take a plea, and this is the reason why I did the video saying I ain't call him a rat, I call him a snitch. But let's be clear.
When you take a plea, you have to say, if this is the situation, me, Mav, Randy Sullivan, Mav Hopper, Flex, and Relly R was in the barbershop selling weed.
Right. Now, in a RICO, they make sure that the language that you're saying in furtherance of the gang, known and unknown parties, that language is used to affect everybody else that's in the case. So, let's say your man wanted a fighting charge.
You copping out.
Copping out.
You gotta say his name.
Because it takes 2 to 5 people to establish a conspiracy.
But but when you saying that, I gotta say names.
Like the actual.
No, he don't. Because
yes,
the gang,
do.
listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. The gang is being charged. Known and unknown members. Does that sound like I need to say names?
No.
It don't sound like that, right?
I don't need to say names due to the fact of the matter that these are my only co-defendants. They wouldn't be speaking of people who aren't on this case with me. So if I get caught and this person's on the case and this person is on the case and we all are caught, right? And it's the same case and I decide I want to take a plea, they are going to say on or about XYZ, you along with such and such and such went to blase blah blah blah, right? Or you in this party or that party, or and however they want to. And when you are dealing with the feds, yeah, it does change. The lingo does change a little bit because at the end of the day, under a RICO, when they have a 12-person indictment and they're saying these are the people involved in this RICO, and then we go down here and you admit and you take this deal saying that yes, this is what I done. Well, guess what? When they say, did you conspire with other members or other such and such? Now, mind you, all of the members are here. When I say yeah, I'm telling on y'all.
Listen, it don't sound like that. No, it don't. But it has to be more technical than that. Because when a listen to me.
It's not.
Listen to me, though.
I'm telling you it's not.
I'm telling you this.
I'm telling you it's not. No matter what
I'm
you
telling
say,
you,
right?
when the tell, there gotta be somebody in jail for it, right?
Go sit down. Listen, I'm gonna say it again. Had anybody else in that paperwork decided, nah, I don't want to do 336 months.
I'm going to try.
I'm gonna fight this. What you would be fighting at that point is the testimony that everybody had copped out.
Yeah.
And I know that. I know, like, yo, if it's a RICO, you think. Let's rewind all the way back to Geechee. I broke all this down, bro. Yo, you see Casanova? See what happened to Casanova? It's called the Clean Neighborhood Act. While you just doing videos, displaying your straps, the feds is counting heads while they playing it back. As soon as one of you do a crime, the whole gang getting snatched. That is the new RICO. You're set, the new Kilo. The new Connect is the gangbanging rappers who owns it. Bro, I broke this whole shit down. I broke the whole down.
Yo, I'm gonna lie. One day, not to change the subject, you picked a good barbershop to do this in. Y'all doing good.
But nah, real talk. I broke this whole down, bro.
Yeah.
So when I seen it play out, I see, okay. He was the first one to take the pick. Okay.
But it wasn't just he was the first one, right? We got to look at the timing on this shit. He was the last one caught. He went into a 2-hour standoff with the people before they was able to take him into custody. He goes into the prison, tells the lawyer that he got that get him in front of a judge as soon as possible. He wants this. He want to take care of this as soon as possible so he can get back to his family as soon as he possibly can. He is completely done with the Rolling 60s Crips and XYZ, and he is the first person that they get into court to go and take a plea. Now, how in the fuck? It was people already. Do y'all know that it was people already sitting in prison months on months before Tsu Surf got caught that could have been taking a plea? Them same people didn't take a plea even after Tsu Surf took one. Some of those people's they cases didn't get resolved until 2025.
You know, first place get the gold medal. All right.
Yeah, but what you got? But
this is what I'm saying. This is why I say. This is why I said. But look, you could rewind this. What I didn't like was that you saying, man, for saying he a rep. I didn't say that. Don't put that on.
But you saying he compromised everybody?
I'm saying he ain't the smartest on the planet, bro.
And that's the thing, right? That's the thing. See, people feel like snitching and ratting, right, is only if there's a statement that I signed my name on, right? Or if I get on the stand and I point at you, right? People think and they look at this and think that that's the only way that you can cooperate, and it's not. It's not. You can help these people's case just by what you admit to. You can you are pushing yourself, right? Because at the end of the day, the federal government is going to tell you that you will have to testify if indeed somebody else goes. So if whoever you're under your, what are they called? Those little predicate acts, or however they want to put it, right? If they got you in this, like with Tsu Surf, he was on the phone with the one people talking about, oh, well, I can move the weed. I just need somebody to this, that, and the third, right? He conspired with this person. So when he pleads guilty to doing that with,
it's what it is. What you think is going to happen. So now, while you fighting against 10 years, 12 years,
but wait.
your man is facing 336 months.
30-something years.
30-something years. You think he didn't want to fight?
Hit you
You
with
think
200
he
months.
ain't thinking in the back of his mind? Maybe I should fight this?
Wait.
If you fight it,
That's the feds.
You fighting
you
your man.
sure that's how the feds work? Because I got some niggas with me that
with a
been in the
RICO,
feds.
with a RICO,
The feds is
positive.
months, 200 months, 200
Positive.
How does that
months.
work, Wizard?
200 months.
Wizard, how does it work?
They don't even give you years. They give you months.
I'm waiting for somebody to say something.
They don't give you months.
When a person is
Months.
cool, we ain't talking about what they give you. What we're speaking on is, if I say me in the game,
That's everybody.
is that right?
What are you doing? What do you think? Hold on. So when a nigga say,
Wait.
not me in the game.
Wait.
No,
This is what
me in the game, yes.
But hold on.
Because
This is
I
what
let
they
you
gonna
talk.
instruct. This is what they're gonna instruct the jury to do. We don't need you to look at anything that says he did the crime. We just need you to look at these statements and tell me if it's a conspiracy. We got 1, we got 2, we got 3, we got 4, we got 5. So it's just you versus 5.
Conspiracy is so much more different, and this is why they say that you don't want to be charged with conspiracy, because conspiracy is almost impossible, virtually impossible to beat. Yeah.
I'm saying, yeah, it's a conspiracy.
Sheesh.
Who you fighting? They use you against your man.
Yeah, I hear you. I understand and I know that. It's just when a nigga tell, or whenever.
The feds ain't stupid. They
When
know,
I-
bro.
listen,
Niggas don't want cooperation.
You gonna keep cutting me off?
I'm just saying.
When a nigga tell, it has to be somebody in jail, right?
Bro, did you? All right. So there's 10 in jail. It's 10 in jail.
Right.
So me and you do a crime.
You
right?
think if Tsu Surf was the tell, you
I'm not
think that
saying
these
it's
won't
a
speak
tell.
on it?
Oh, all right.
You saying they use this statement?
Look, my nigga. I don't
say
know
what you're
niggas'
saying because
motivations is.
it's
I don't
uncomfortable
know- I
to
don't,
a lot of people.
But I'm telling you, I'm gonna say it again. I didn't say he was a rat.
Yeah.
I didn't say he was a snitch. But I think that's right there. Anybody who wants to fight, now you fighting your mans. But it's not just him. It's the other niggas who took the plea too. So we all got a cop out.
But everybody pleaded.
We all got a cop out.
Everybody plead ain't the same.
Okay, all right. So
Wait, hold on,
So
because
if I say-
we all in the street.
all right. So if I say
wait,
I did not
I
sell
just let
drugs,
you just did mad
in furtherance
shit.
to- if I say I did not sell drugs in furtherance to the game, you making this a conspiracy.
I got a
Hold on,
homeboy.
hold on. What happens? We gonna go to trial. Who's coming to trial?
I got a homeboy, right? I got a homeboy. Shout out my business. Shout out Free S. S. And another one of my niggas was hustling together.
Mm-hmm.
They got busted, whatever.
Was it a RICO?
Homeboy copped out.
Was it a RICO?
No.
It's different with a RICO.
All right, but give me this. We still talking about that. Give me this. Explain the situation. One of them said, "Yo, yes, I in such and such time was hustling on 112 CNN."
Mm-hmm.
He copped out. S took it to trial
And he beat it.
and beat it.
Right.
Still with that statement.
Cool. But do you know they used that testimony against S, right?
In the trial, they used it.
Definitely. Now, me saying that to say this, right? Is he said I and S. Surf said gang.
It's a RICO. We know y'all the gang. That's why we got y'all. We got all you niggas.
Right.
Because y'all the gang. So instead of putting every single name down,
Y'all name is gang.
Y'all name is the gang.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
But here's the
I
out.
see what you're saying.
Here's
I'm
the
just
out.
I'm just saying, me being the saying that I know people that know him.
Right.
And know a lot of them people that's locked up. Ain't nobody feeling like that he did that or said that or did nothing like that.
If the gang don't
and
feel
that's sort of
snitch, I
real
can't say
fine.
snitch then, man.
And that, bro,
And that's what I'm
but
saying.
that's what I'm saying. It's not my place to say whether
Right.
he a snitch or
Right,
whether
that's
he
a
a
fact.
rat.
That's a fact.
Right.
Because you don't know what type of entitlements he has now. Right.
At the end of the day, though, bro, he still is in the game. And that gang has to handle that internally. It's not for that gang to come out publicly and say, oh yeah, he is this and he's that and he's blah, blah, blah. Y'all see what's going on with Big U, right? See, this is what y'all reaching too fast. Y'all is expecting people who are sitting behind bars, right? These people are sitting in jail. They're in prison. They're serving time. You don't know what they got going on. Y'all don't know what a motherfucker got set for Tsu Surf when he comes home. Imagine these people having this gripe and they speaking and they're steady. Oh, he's a rat and he's this, he's that, and then all of a sudden he comes home and he gets shot 5 times again, right? Somebody gonna end up saying, well, that came from such and such. They was the one saying that he was snitching, he was this, he was that. See, everybody ain't got to move how y'all want them to move. Just because somebody ain't saying what they say, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. The absence of evidence is not the absence of guilt. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, y'all don't know what them people is saying. Just they're in prison. They're in prison. You gotta wait till they get out of prison.
You dig what I'm saying?
Or what he did for
You don't know. You
And
don't
being
know.
in the feds, you gotta show your paperwork.
I'm just saying.
There's certain shit you gotta do.
And average,
You gotta be at the bottom of your bed. You can't.
See, and then that's another thing, right? You want to know something that's crazy? Is that all of these people that talk all of this paperwork got to be at the he said the foot of your bed. These niggas come home from the feds and don't have that paperwork with them. You never see people come home. Where's the people who came home from the feds and they said, yeah, this is what I had to walk around with in there. This is what I had to show. Show me a person, an actual person who says, yeah, I got released in such and such a time and I had to walk around with this and show this to people, right? And then the rest of them can be able to do it. Because if you ain't never been fed and then you wouldn't know what's going on.
If the rapper is getting out first, I'm just saying. If the rapper is getting out first, I think there's some entitlements going.
Rather strange.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm saying, who is it to be assuming about an?
I can't assume, but I can tell you what
that character, bro. You can't do that.
I'm not,
You just
and
go
but
by
that's
what
what
the
I'm
paperwork
saying.
said.
And this is why I did the blog.
And guess what? It could be a plan for all of the plan could have been in the bullpen. Yo, you the nigga that's gonna take care of all of us. Cop out, bro. We got you.
It wasn't no plan and no bullpen. What the fuck? You see, this is how, right? Bro, this is T-Rex. This is Mr. Gang Bang Elite. This is Mr. 10 Skinnies serving packs and all this. And you talking about in the bullpen when we talking about the feds? This was an indictment that was brought down, and Tsu Surf was put on a superseding indictment, not an original indictment, a superseding indictment. So now this would mean that there is no bullpen, there is no sitting there, and we also got to remember he was the last person caught. Nobody told Tsu Surf that we all is finna take this to the, and you gonna be, man, shut the oh my God.
You don't know what the plan could have been either.
That's what
So
I
when
mean.
you put
You
it
don't
on
know
what
what
was
it is,
bro. I'm just saying.
That's what I mean by entitlements.
That's true.
That's what I mean by entitlements.
All right, but if we all agreed on something, how the f***? Well, you don't know what they talked about. What?
When did they talk about it, sir? The original indictment had already came down the prior year. The prior year. So the year before Tsu Surf got indicted, the original indictment had already came down, and those people was already caught. It wouldn't have been like they knew Tsu Surf was finna get indicted. They was already fighting their indictment. What are you talking about?
One of them gotta call him a snitch.
But in that position, like, and I don't, I'm gonna probably clip this part out, but in that position, who gonna say it if you the nigga that gotta feed everybody now? Who's gonna say it?
That's tough.
And just being honest, this ain't
Who's gonna say?
If we all agree, then the cop out shouldn't be years apart.
Bottom line, if everybody agreed to cop out, the cop out should have happened immediately. He shouldn't have even been running. He shouldn't have been on no run. If everybody agreed to the cop out and this was what this was gonna be and this was this, that, and the third, he shouldn't have ran. He shouldn't have had a standoff. He should have went and turned himself in. He should have did all that. And I already said that he didn't have enough money to leave Jersey. That's why he got caught where he got caught at, because he didn't have no money. Yeah, and that's why he had to go into the feds and try to move as fast as he could, because he didn't have the money to fight no Fed case. So now when he comes home, what do y'all expect him to do with money to feed everybody? Streams? Who finna book him to do concerts?
Make sure you put this out.
Wait.
Make sure you put this out.
Don't cut this out. Leave this. Leave this.
Hold on, let us rock. Hey.
Nah, because my points might be higher than you.
That plays a big part. That plays a big part.
That plays a huge part. Yeah, was it? Yeah.
Come on.
Thank you.
You go by a point system.
Yes.
Now let me ask you. We go by a point system, and we all agreeing to something. And I know the first the cop is gonna get the 50% off. And
Your lawyer already telling you what you're looking at because your points. It
Right.
ain't gonna miss you.
But there is a reward for the first the cop out.
Nah, ain't
No, there is.
Thank you.
There definitely is. There definitely is.
That's Obi Wizard, lady. Follow Obi Wizard, please.
I mean, the first cop out is gonna get rewarded.
The best reward?
Less time. He's gonna get the least amount of time, bro.
Everybody know exactly what Math is saying, and maybe he ain't saying it he's just saying it in a more direct way, but we all know that period, point blank, in every situation where there are more than one person involved in the act, the police go and they try to get, because they want to do as little work as they possibly can. So what they are going to do is they are going to go and shop deals with everybody. Everybody will get a wonderful deal, but only the person who takes the deal first will be given the wonderful deal that's offered. Once the first person takes the wonderful deal, then everybody else's wonderful deal is gone. Because why? We have enough of what we're going to need to make sure that we can get y'all on the most time that we want to get you on.
Not necessarily, bro.
I'm telling you, bro.
So I don't know.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, I definitely don't know how Raz works.
I'm telling you.
So the first thing he should get did, he's gonna get paid.
First place,
Let him rock.
first place get the gold.
I can kind of go with that. No, I can go with that. No.
You talking about
Like when they tell
he
you
been in the feds and been through that. Y'all talking about what you might think.
No,
He
I'm
telling
not
you what he
talking
knows.
about things.
it's my code-e. It's my brother. It's my code-e in the Fed. It's like I did the state time, the Fed time, so I know how it should go. You going off a point system. Big period. You know what I mean? He's talking about a RICO.
RICO's different.
I mean, that's why he's saying a RICO. I mean, but no. The paperwork in the Feds is the paperwork. You feel me? If Surf is on the yard, on the count, on the crib time right now,
Right.
they accepted him. He didn't.
Right.
That's just
I'm gonna say it
It's
again.
not gonna be like, yo,
They're not gonna accept a snitch. Hell no.
I'll go with that.
I'm gonna say it
Because you
again,
gotta
bro.
show work when you get in the joint. You can't come outside the joint. That's a
I'm
fact.
gonna say it again, bro. If you look at the paperwork, it's not gonna say he cooperated. It says non-cooperative.
yeah, it's gonna say he took a plea.
But when you read the plea, you know they're gonna use that against anybody that's gonna fight. It's simple. So no, he not a rat, but did you f everybody else? Yes. He fucked everybody.
In that sense, once again, it comes into play. Once again, it comes into play. Like he said, did they all agree on it? We don't know.
It was impossible for all of them to. Oh my gosh.
Yes. I hear you. But I gotta ask this question. I'm gonna ask this question. If you was facing 30 years, would you fight?
Yeah, I'm up there.
So why would you cop out to 30 years?
I mean,
Who copped out the 30 years?
Wait.
Two niggas copped out to 30 years.
So they probably was facing a life sentence.
Or they was facing 30 years. I'm just
Nah,
saying.
I'm
Come on now. 30 years ain't life.
Man, bottom line, man, a motherfucker copping out to 30 ball, that is them being told if you go to trial, you're getting the elbow. You're going to cop out to this 30. You want to know why? Because this person, and this person has already copped out. They are already under automatic subpoena. Go look it up.
That they had on their jacket. They had on their jacket is probably.
You in your 40s. You in your
At the end of the day, man, bottom line, period, point blank, right? Nobody is agreeing to copping out. Nobody's nobody, not the person that did the one that did the most shit. They're not agreeing to copping out. They're forced to cop out. They don't agree to copping out. They don't agree with anybody to cop. What you mean copping out? Hell no, we finna run this shit, right? Ain't no way me and anybody go into somewhere, right? On whatever we doing. It don't matter whether we hustling, whether we robbing, whether we going to slide on something, right? Somebody get killed, somebody get this, anything, right? And I'm knowing that I'm gonna be the one that's finna get hit the hardest. I'm not copping to nothing. They gotta prove I did that shit. They gotta prove that shit. And then guess what? If you cop and I don't, it's almost like with King Von and Big Mike, right? How that situation played out. You know? And at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, no, it's not gonna always. I got to go to trial. I don't care what he did. I gotta go to trial. They just they gonna have to do that to me. I'm not copping for no 30 years off I'm not just finna do that for no reason at all. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, tell me what y'all think, man. If y'all was in that situation, you know, not everybody in the world is involved in the streets. Not everybody in the world goes to jail. You know, so let alone prison. You know, it's not every day that you just getting faced with these types of situations, you know, unless you live in their life. But if you are, and you know people who are, just ask yourself, right, man, I'm asking you, you know, and drop it in the comments. Let me know how you feel. Is you copping out? Does that math make sense to you? You know what I'm saying? Does it make sense to where, you know, you got a handful of people that's already in federal custody fighting an indictment that they've already been charged with, and then these people get pulled into the indictment, right? So now these new people get pulled into an indictment you're already fighting. And we said that we was just going to take pleas. We all agreed to just take pleas. Do that make sense? Like this video. Scroll to the side. Hype the video. You know what I'm saying? Let me get some hype points from you, man. I know if y'all got some. If y'all ain't used them all up. Let me get some hype points. Subscribe to the page. Hit the bell so you will know when I drop. And man, listen, when he is come home, oh, I can't wait, because yeah, they finna have to talk to him. You know, he finna have to do some interviews. He finna have to do all that. So I'm excited to see who questions him about what. Until next time, man.